Welcome to Texans Telestrator, presented by BMW. I'm your host, John Harris. It's time for The Drive. And to me, the biggest and most important drive of this game, and one of the top three most important drives all season, came with a score 14-14. The Titans had just scored a touchdown. A.J. Brown toe tap in the end zone to put the Titans in that tie at 14. It was time for the Texans to answer, and it was 2nd and 8 at their 27. Now, one of the things about pretty much the entire game was the fact that the Titans wanted to play nickel. And it's not a horrible decision. It's really not a bad decision because of these two guys and this guy down here. You got to decide what you're going to do. And that's up top, Kenny and Hop and Fuller. But what that does is it leaves 6 in the box. And if you're going to leave 6 in the box, and we've got 6 guys here, plus you have to account for Deshaun, we're going to pound the rock. And that's what we need to do. So 2nd and 8, let's pound the rock against a good box look. So you'll see here, Texans just going to run little, looks like it's supposed to be a lead play following Fells. But Carlos sees something he likes back over here. So hat on a hat. And they get a nice little double here. And we'll get to that in a second. Fells coming up through here. And Carlos just kind of using his vision, kind of walled off there, thought, hey, you know what? That's a better alley than this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's where he decides to go. And his eyes take him there. And I think what he saw was this double team. Now, I'll explain to you why that actually wasn't a bad decision. And it may have been a little bit of luck involved, and I'll show you what I mean. But they get a double team here, and then if Max can just get off a little bit faster, you can see he's just kind of hung on that block. My guess is he probably got held. But either way, if he could just get to that block, Carlos would have burst through here. And with these two guys running this way, that would have been a long track meet. But not able to get that linebacker. But either way, Hyde, with a good head of steam, able to power through. Now, let's take a look at this, and I'll show you one thing. And you actually probably saw it. And you'll see the power of Will Fuller here. Kenny Vaccaro is the safety here. He's right here. Now, he gets a true run read. That's a true run read. But because the Texans had hurt the Titans with play action and had actually used a play like this similar where Deshaun stuck it in his belly and then threw the speed out over here to Fuller, watch Vaccaro. He turns and takes off. Now, that's your 7th guy in the box. That's the guy you can't account for in the blocking scheme if he doesn't go out here. So if he stays here, that play is stopped for a yard. It's 3rd and 7. But because he's worried about play action, he knows Sims has got to stay deep. He's got to get out to the hook zone and get in front of that speed out. So look at him run. He doesn't even see Hyde with the ball. So if Hyde can sneak through here, it ends up being a 1st down and a good run. But give Jeffrey Simmons some credit. He kind of grabs Max and keeps him from getting on to Jayon Brown. 98 is going to be a problem. But either way, it ends up being a good run. But, and you can see Vaccaro frustrated. Right at the end of this play, watch Vaccaro like, why did I even run out there? Bro, look at him. He's frustrated. Like, what am I doing? Like, I didn't have to go out there. That ended up being a good 1st down run. So now we go to the 1st down right after that. 1st down, minus 35, ball on the left hash, fake that little jet sweep. We're gonna run play action, show the ball, draw these guys in, draw the corner in, and now we're running a route that we run a lot. It's kind of scissors route, deep over, and we're gonna read what these guys do and how they decide to cover it. Now, I've looked at this coverage a million times, and it looks like it's some version of quarters coverage. Looks like maybe quarter, half. So what they're doing is he's matching the motion of Kenny. He's going to stay in that quarter. He's going to stay that corner. And then these two over here are playing, deep half. But what happens is, as Fuller goes through here, he goes with him. Hop is going across, and Bayard's got his back to him. So Bayard gets too deep downfield and doesn't see Hopkins. And because of that, he now has to turn back. Hop reads that, takes his route there, and then Deshaun throws a dime. I mean, people say that on Twitter all the time. Ooh, that guy threw a dime. No, this is a dime. This ball is thrown from the 25-yard line to the 33-yard line. So that's 42 yards in the air, and if you do the Pythagorean theorem here, which I've always wanted to do on Telestrator, that's probably about a 47-yard throw on the money. And you've seen me Telestrate this play before, a number of times. These two guys are just reading this, and these guys are so concerned about Fuller, they're backing off, and so Bayard now has to adjust. I don't think it's man coverage. It looks like it's quarter half. It's hard to really tell what Bayard's doing. It could have been some version of Tampa 2. It may have been that. It may have been some version of Tampa 2. But either way, it's a two-safety high look. And Bayard is just kind of playing and floating and taking whatever he can. Unfortunately, when he sees Hop, it's too late. Sean throws a dime, gets out of bounds. It was the start of a big fourth quarter for DeAndre. Okay, let's take a look at the protection, which is absolutely phenomenal here. They just slide like it's play action. And look at Nick Martin. Watch this. Nick Martin just voted a Pro Bowl alternate. Watch this. You know how hard this is for a 305-pound man? They're going to show zone this way to draw everybody that way, draw linebackers, everybody this way, right? Nick wheels out and picks up Landry, because what you worry about with a fast rusher like Landry is he reads bootleg right away, and bang, he goes right there and hits Deshaun in the back. But before he can even get upfield, look at Nick. Spin, bang. Look at Nick. That's excellent. Now we got this thing taken care of. Sharping on Simmons. These two guys are being blocked by one guy, basically. And Deshaun's got all the time to work. Look at him on the bounce. Nobody around him. This is excellent. I mean, excellent. That block by Nick Martin is just phenomenal right there. That is so pretty. That throw, even better. Look at that throw. Catch, first down. All right, get to a big 3rd and 8. Right here, sticks. There's the line we got to get to. Coach O'Brien says all the time about 3rd and 8, 3rd down, that's when defensive coordinators get creative. 1st and 2nd down, they kind of keep it in their pocket. Then when they get to 3rd down, they pull it out and they're like, here we go. Here it comes. So the Titans, you can see they've got two guys out here. One of them's going to play Fuller. You've got some kind of maybe simulated pressure. They all come in. I mean, who knows what they're going to do. But what they're going to do is, in the secondary, they're going to play man coverage. So they're going to man up everybody here. They're going to play 2 on Hop, and they're going to play man coverage here with one guy free. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in coverage to cover 4 wide receivers. So pass rush, you got that taken care of. Now, what's interesting about the pass rush is when they rush, really what happens is they drop, and he freezes. So look at this. This ends up being 3-on-3 basketball, essentially. You've got all this man coverage, so these guys essentially can't help. These guys can't help at all. So it essentially becomes like a 7-on-7 quarterback draw, if you want to put it that way. Because he's taking care of, these two got that guy. So Deshaun's looking at it going, look, dude, this is man coverage. And I got 3 blockers, 3 defenders. So when he gets just a little hint of pressure from this right there, Deshaun's like, I'm going to bail. Now, you can see Deshaun sending somebody deep. Look at him. He signals first, and he's like, wait a second. Now, when that guy commits, he knows, wait a second, I got 3 blockers. Then he takes off. And then Deshaun sets up his blocks like a running back. I'll show you this from the end zone view. It looks a little bit better. And then he just weaves his way through, and and gets the first down. Now, the Texans would have gotten a first down because there was a holding on, I believe it was LaShawn Sims. But take a look at it from this angle, and you can see essentially becomes three guys kind of spying on Deshaun. And you can see here, Nick, Laramie, Fells. And they're like, all right, let's go. So it really becomes kind of a 1-1-1. And Deshaun just kind of sets everybody up. He darts here, so he gets Landry commit, so Laramie takes that. Then he gets Evans to step inside, but then when he goes back outside, Evans goes back outside, so that sets up Nick's block. And so now you can see the alley that he was looking for. Then he gets himself down. First down. Huge, massive play. And finally, the touchdown to end the drive. First and goal at the 10. Now the Titans decided throughout this drive to play nickel. 1, 2, that's Logan Ryan right there. It's 3, 4, 5. Sorry, that's linebacker. 5 DBs the whole time. So you're going to run 5 DBs, and we've got 12 personnel on the field. 1 back, 2 tight ends. So that's 12 personnel. And you're going to run nickel. We like our numbers. So we're going to run the rock here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. You're going to see Ake right here in the backfield. Now, a lot going on here. Because you got Ake coming here. You're going to have Chris Clark coming here. So you got a lot of movement in the backfield to try and catch eyes of linebackers. Okay? So that's what you're going to see here. Now, what you're going to get here is Will is going to do a nice job of just occupying. He's going to come in here to the safety. And I believe he's in man coverage, so he kind of trails him. So really, Will kind of knocks out these 2 guys. One with just the coverage scheme, and one with, getting a decent block. Wide receivers getting blocks, they're decent blocks. Ake is going to take out that linebacker right there, so you're out of the play. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we got 6 to block you. So that's exactly what happens. And one of our 6 is a right tackle. One of your 6 is a corner playing nickel. I like that. We like that, and that's exactly what happens. We win the numbers game. Felsley's going to stalemate right there, so Clark's going to pop around. As he pops around, he gets enough of Logan Ryan. Bang. Knocks him backwards. Carlos runs the daylight. 6 points. Excellent job. Let's take a look at it from behind, where you can see focus on the offensive line, the end zone view. So Fells is going to go on that side, so that's going to put Logan Ryan over here. He tries to communicate, but you can see defensive backs right here. Fuller in here, going to occupy these 2. They're out. Fells going to lock up here on Harold Landry. Everybody's going to take care of these 2, so these 4 are going to take care of these guys. And then that guy, he's going to go out with Akins. So the numbers are perfect. All right, so Fells there. These guys taken care of. Laramie coming off here, and it's poor Logan Ryan against Chris Clark. And then Carlos is just going to get in the hip pocket. And then once he sees Clark here, he knows bounce. And the thing is about a bounce run, a lot of times guys can get back out there because you got to get in there and then bounce. That doesn't happen here. Carlos is really able to kind of hit it downhill. He doesn't really have to bounce. And now he's just running to a spot and making these guys chase. And they're not going to get him. Carlos Hyde getting in the end zone, making it 21-14. That, to me, was one heck of an answer. And it was the drive of the week against the Tennessee Titans.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content. Do you have a play you'd like me to break down? Leave it in the comments below.